Hi everybody, welcome back to the Hamlet for episode number 5. We're in September, we're in the last day of September, and we're still doing contract work. We're trying to help out the neighbours. The neighbours are contacting us, and lucky enough we have a lot of the equipment to do the work ourselves. So we have a cultivation contract. It is in field number 73. Now, let's have a look where that is. 73. Oh, did we do work on that field? We did, yeah. We actually harvested that field. Okay. Yeah, they're calling us up. We did actually have a borrowed harvester with that when we were doing it from the dealership, and we got that done. We done the contract on it for them to get the green beans, I think it was, that was in it. And yeah, we boosted our money up a little bit anyway with these contracts, and that's what we're going to do. We're living in this small hamlet in the Swiss Jura region, and basically neighbours help neighbours. And I have a tractor that may be pretty old and pretty banged up and in need of upgrading, but it'll still do the work. So we're kind of just giving people a dig out when we can. So we're just going to get up here and get this field done. What price did we agree? Hold on, can't even remember. Just get off the road and I'll check. I know it's not a lot. 1,157. I suppose it's decent enough. Now, there's a few more looking for work done, but we can't do them. We could do the pea harvest. We'd end up with €500 by the time we pay for the leasing of the equipment. Green beans, same thing again. We'd have about 700 for the green beans. What else have we got? We can't do parsnips and that. We haven't got a sprayer. Stone picker we haven't got. We're kind of snookered with these things. We can lease the equipment if we want to, but we wouldn't make any money doing them. So we're literally just going to have to work away with what we have. Kind of set a goal. I was going to get a few more cattle and put them in the pasture. Kind of set a goal of getting to 30,000 before we do that. Yeah, this should be the right field here. Yeah, we did. This was green beans. Those are our peas. We've done a harvest on anyway. So I kind of recognise the field straight away when I seen it. So what we're going to do, we're going to just work away and do whatever work they throw our way that we can do. Primarily with our own equipment. Bigger stuff where we need a harvester, we're going to just take the equipment with the contract and pay the leasing costs of that. And yeah, we're going to just slowly work through and work on building that money up, and the seagulls are here already. That didn't take them long. They must have been hiding in the bushes, waiting for an unsuspecting farmer to go by with a plough or a cultivator or a seeder on the back. So far the farm is doing pretty well. We have our barley in. We have our wheat in. Not wheat in, our grass in, sorry. Our proper grass meadow in that we sowed ourselves rather than just being a meadow grass field. So we'll have a few more bales when it comes around, when that is ready. When is that actually ready? I'm not too sure. Is that ready next month? Let's check our stock, our field. Handler, we're only 50% fertilised on that. Okay. 100% lime, wasn't mulched. It's the barley. Where's our grass? Why isn't that showing me our grass? Not really list them in what you own. That's weird. There's our grass field, field number 5. Yeah, in our field, it's not listing it as having anything in it. Anyway, it's there. It's there. I know. I actually looked at it, and it is fully fertilised. That's why when I seen 50%, it kind of threw me. Like, it's telling me is it telling me our barley is only 50% fertilised? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. It's because we hadn't got the Azera compact on the tractor when we were sowing it, so it couldn't sense the ground. Even though it was seeding the ground, it wasn't able to sense the fertilisation state. Although I think it's probably telling me it's only 50% fertilised, but that might actually be the proper fertilisation state for barley, if you know what I mean. There might be enough down for barley. We'll check it out anyway. The thing is, we won't be able to do it this month anyway. It'll have to be done next month anyway. So we haven't got a fertiliser spreader, so it's something we would need to actually lease to do, and we've very little fertiliser left anyway, so we'd have to get some more. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to press ahead and get through some of this, and I'll bring you back in. Just to get you in and give you an idea what we're going to do. We'll be moving on into October, and there might be a few other contracts. There'll definitely be root crop contracts we can't do because the equipment costs will be far in excess of what the actual profit will be off the fields. But you know what, moving forward we'll have a look at it. As I said, I could do, there's what was it, the green bean harvest there, or whatever there was there. You still make €600, so that's something in the bank anyway. It's not, and there'll be a little bit of the product as well. They'll give us a percentage of whatever the product was, so we'll be doing okay out of it. We'll be doing okay out of it. So maybe that's the thing, because it's early enough in this day that we still have time to do some more work anyway. But for now, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to knuckle down. I'm just going to get the work done on these fields, and yeah, I'll update you when we have the next field in sight for doing work on, and I'll bring you back and let you know what we're progressing with. I'm back making stripy fields again. It's just easier to turn the headland and come back on the next one over, like the second one, because other than that you're backing up and you're reversing and you're trying to line up, and if you do it this way you can get on the line, and that's it. Yeah, 90%. It's not. This is going to be complete before we get there. I've actually made my mind up. I'm going to actually do this one, the green beans. So we're going to take the equipment on that, and we'll get that done when this is done, because we're literally, I know the clock's running fast, but it's only 20 past 11, or just 25 past 11 in the morning. So we'll take the opportunity to go and do and make a little bit more money. We might as well. What we can do is we can park our tractor up down at the dealership when we're picking up the other equipment. I kind of feel on this map, anytime we're going to be doing contracts with either peas, green beans or spinach, we're going to be taking the equipment anyway, because it's not the type of map where it would be viable for us to actually spend like up to 600,000 for a piece of machinery, when it literally would be only, it would never pay for itself. In that sense, the fields aren't big enough. We don't have enough work. The dealership's obviously quite happy to let us have it, and there we go. Contract's finished. We'll go to the end of this line. The other one's just tram lines anyway. Yeah. Lift that up. And down we go. Where's the other track? Yeah, that goes down to the road as well. I wonder where the other track went. Kind of, I think I've been to all ends of the map apart from up the end of that road, up off to the left. I've been up the other ends, all right. No cars today. Where are the cars? There was no cars when we came down earlier. Now, granted, we haven't been down the road too much anyway. I'm just going to park this over here out of the way. Leave it there. And we'll get the harvester. And the field is 63. So it's right down the end. This harvest is not actually too bad. We'll probably get most of the field into it before it needs to be emptied. Well, maybe two, 1.5 loads. So it's grand. You can get a good start on the field before you have to even think about emptying it. We've worked in quite a few of these fields now. We've done the one on the left. We've done the two here on the right. There's my telltale. Dump the straw on the roads. Oh, we're going past the field. No, that's not it. What's that? Not peas. Peas, yeah. That's probably the other one that's down for the contract. And what's in that field up there? Is that sunflower? No, it's not. That's clover, is it? Right, well, that's unfolding. Let's take a look. Clover, yeah. Okay. Get a few lines here. Well, let's go. Did I drop the head down? I did. Let's go this way around. I normally go the other way. Okay, I'll get this full and then I'll bring the tractor and trailer up. And it's all only gone to the one sale place anyway, so I can nearly drive there with my eyes closed now. I've been there so many times. So I'll just work away. I'll get this field done. That's going to bring us up to lunchtime or after anyway on the clock, and then we'll see what else is there. Now, let's see. Now we jump inside for a bit. Okay, I'll work away on this. Just off to deliver the green beans now. If you didn't even fill the harvester, you can see the trailer's not even full either. It's not even half full, sorry, and to say. So it's just up here, not too far away. Let's see what we get as a bonus. We will get something. Yeah. Seems to be the only sell point for the likes of green beans and peas and stuff like that. And the grain then goes to the co-op, which is the other side of the river. So, 98, 92, we got just under 1,000 of a bonus. So that's alright. We got, and then we collect for the 709. Collect that as well. I see there's another pea harvest there as well. Oh yeah, it was green beans. I was going to say, it wasn't peas. Well, it's the same. Okay. Peas, will I do that? Times in the day. Yeah, I suppose you might as well. Can't do the carrots because you need a worker. Onions are definitely out. Should really take the Highland fishing pack out of this game save. I might do that because it's pointless, because the only crop it adds is onions. The only downside to taking it out is it takes the fast track out of the fast track and the New Holland tractors out of the game as well if I do that, so I'll probably just leave them in. I'll drive this up first and then I'll get the pea harvester up. It's the field right beside it. This one here is the only green one that's left, apart from the clover over in the other corner. Just going to park this on the edge of the road here so it's not in the way on the headland if I need to turn around, although I won't need to turn around the headland there. And then we jump back to this. Yeah. Okay, I gotta get this knocked out as well, and yeah, we won't abandon else after that, so I'll bring it back before we move forward in November. Peas, peas, peas. Let's sell the peas. Well, let's deliver the peas and see what they give us as a bonus, and then we'll collect that contract. I'm trying to just I bump the time up there now just to let move on a bit more. I don't think any more contracts are going to come up anyway. But I had checked just before I came up. Let's see. It definitely is this location. Yeah, it is. It'd be unusual if it wasn't. There has been a here with all the lights of peas and green beans, and what else did we do? Spinach. All came here. Oh, that was nice. 1,175 plus 28. And then we collect. So it means we've no tractor. We've a cultivation contract. That's just after popping in there. Oh, that's the field we done before. And nothing else. So there's a good chance that other field, the cultivation contract, will come up in it. I'll grab the last of my diesel here in this tank. No more have come up in the second-hand market. There you go. I knew there was only a handful of litres left in it. Works out a bit cheaper, so it's worthwhile. Okay, so we have another one anyway, another contract to keep us going. And there's a good chance that the field we just harvested now will come up as well. Go and bring that clock back to 3. I'd only moved it up because there was nothing there. And we'll get this field done. You do not have access. Yes, I do. Hello? Did I not accept the contract? I didn't know. And the other one's after coming up behind us as well. So, as predicted. I wonder what happened when I rolled up there. Yeah, we have the other one beside us, the one we just finished the pea harvest on as well. So we did 2 of these, and they're worth, they get us up to about 26. Maybe a little over 26 when they're done. I'd set a target of 30 before I invest in a couple of more calves. I'll stick with that rather than even jumping early. If it's in 29.5, we'll jump. But I had set a target of 30 because we got to maintain money in the account for repaying that loan over the winter. We don't want to be completely broke. Yeah, see, it goes back. Okay, let me wrap this up. And we'll see where we stand when these two contracts are done. Almost there with these two cultivation contracts. 98%, I'm going to say 89%, 98%. You can get it now, we won't even get the whole way back up. Yeah. Contract finished. Okay. Well, that's done. Let's have a look. Complete. When we go back in and look, there's nothing there for us to do now. Unfortunately. Okay, gonna get this back to the yard, and we'll probably move on to the next day, which is, I think it's, what are we running 3 or 4 day months on this one? 3 day months. So, turn my lights on. We get back to the yard, we'll have a quick look, but we'll be moving forward to the 1st of October, I think. I'll talk to you in a couple of seconds. Proof that I'm terrible at adding, because I said we might have 26,000, it's nearly 27. Okay, and I move forward. Can't go in. And we can't get rid of this house either. Apparently it's not removable, so we can't replace it with one that we can actually go inside. That is the situation. Okay. So between loan and loan interest, it's 4,600, I think. Okay, vehicle leasing. Oh, that's that fork, pallet fork. Okay, we're still in trouble here. We can't do these contracts, sugar beets, red beets, carrots, parcels. We can do the mowing. Can we do the ploughing? We can do the ploughing if we're really stuck. Do the 2 mowing contracts anyway. And we're going to be doing the ploughing anyway. I know we are. Yeah, well, at least we have something we can do to get a bit of money in anyway. Let's just park this here for a minute. We'll do a quick run around. I filled the tractor with diesel when I got back to the yard. Manure, we have a bit more. It's showing now it's connected with the garage cow shed. That wasn't showing up. I don't know why. Okay, they're okay for food and water anyway. And our barley should be up. It is. Yeah. Everything's fine with that. Now. Okay, where are we going? Field number 50 and 51. So they're beside each other. Oh, we cut the grass in 50 before, or 51 before. I know where it is. Okay, so we have to go down by the co-op and keep following the road around until we get to the first field, and then follow the forest around. Straightforward enough. Okay, I'll get down there and get started on these. Kind of getting the hang of this plough and how it works, or how to use it. I have the cruise control set at a low, really low figure. It's actually the same as the working speed. I think it's actually 1 kilometre an hour faster than the working speed. So when I get to the end and lift it, the tractor doesn't head off into the sunset. And it seems to work pretty well. It looks like you have more of this field done when you look at it, but it's only 36% because the headlands usually account for close on 50% when you're using a board plough like this. But no, it's much easier than the first field I was doing myself, and it looks hillier. That's the thing. Than the first field I was doing, I struggled with the hills. So maybe it's just the time of the year and the fact we haven't had rain. Maybe it's something got to do with that. But Yeah, I actually have to say I enjoy using these ploughs now, whereas I hadn't really bothered with them. I'd use the subsoiler type lizard MTs and stuff like that, but kind of getting the hang of it now. Granted, we're using low horsepower on both this and the other series, the Triple Threat Challenge, so I'm not using big, massive ploughs, and I probably will get one of the biggest ploughs on another series if I start something else that I'm using really big equipment, just to try it out, just to give it a different angle. Now, I know I'm not using the reverse plough where you flip it over to go the other way on this, because honestly, this is a quicker way of doing it. It's just to not to flip it over. You're moving forward all the time. This is kind of the way when I was on the farm all those years ago. I'm not going to tell you how many years, but my friend's farm, this is the way we used to do it. Rather than reversing the plough. They'd reverse the plough all right if you're working in a confined, say the last bit down the end or stuff like that. But other than that, you'd have up and down one side. Now, granted, it was very different because you didn't have GPS, so your lines weren't exactly always meeting up with each other in the middle. Like, you know what I mean? You might have it going off at a different angle. But no, it just my synopsis on this is like that song Star Trek and Across the Universe, always going forward because I can't find reverse. So I can't find reverse in the tractor, so I'm going to keep going forward. Whereas if I was to be turning the plough and everything else and missing lines, and you'd end up reversing and lining up and reversing and lining up, it takes a good deal longer to do the stuff then. Doing it this way, you can actually get through it quicker. Well, for me, I seem to think it is anyway, and I'm happy enough to continue on doing it this way. Right, let me get this wrapped up and I'll bring you back in when I'm on the last headland. 93% done. We're on the headlands. A little bit slower going around the headlands, but we're getting there. A little bit jumpy. Tractor struggling ever so slightly. Still, it's fine. I did accept a cultivation contract for after this one. There's also a sowing contract there for buckwheat. Now, I need to see those my planter sower actually do buckwheat. It's we'll make around about 1,000 out of it. So I think it was worthwhile just to give us a little bit of a something different to do, rather than like we've been doing mainly cultivation and ploughing and mowing. I haven't collected the money on any of the contracts yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work through. I put the time up to 5 to get the clock to move a bit quicker now anyway. I'm going to work through what we have, get us to the end of today. Now, we're still running 3 days a month, but I'm going to get us to the end of the day. I won't collect any of the contracts until I get up to, say, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll just keep working through them, and I'll bring you back in then, and we'll see how much we made from the contracts. And I think we'll be calling it for this episode then by the time we get to there, because we're we've done quite a bit off camera. Oh, obviously GPS line is locked onto something else. I tried to turn it off, but I must have turned it off, or I must have hit the button just as it actually went off and it jumped onto the line behind us. Now, I lost my train of thought now. Anyway, we'll just work through and see what we have out of this day. As I said, we're helping the neighbours out. That's it. They're calling us up to ask us we do some work for them, and that's it. We're getting through it. So, we were up to 27,000 before we moved forward, and it dropped us back down to 22. So we're losing enough each month that with the winter months coming in, I don't think we'll be able to put down our chicken coop. Unless we get, there you go, that one's finished now as well. So what I'm going to do is, might as well, there's no point in wasting diesel and putting up hours on our tractor. Get back up to the farm now, and I'll get the cultivator loaded up and go and do. Oh, I try to lock in cruise control when I'm driving along, but it's set at 13 kilometres an hour. I get up here, refuel, get the cultivator and get over to field number 26. And then we'll see what other contracts we have after that. Okay guys, I'm on the buckwheat sowing contract, the second one. And you may be looking at me going, what's he doing? Why is he driving a different tractor? I never checked the red tape mod, the demo for the month. I discovered after I had the headland done in this field, I was just going through the menus just to have a look and see what was there. I discovered there's this 6110 John Deere on demo for the month. So I decided, you know what, let's use it. Now when I came back to the field and picked up the seeder, it gave me a different GPS pattern. That's why I'm kind of catching up here now on the bits. It was running it slightly different for some reason. Maybe because it came in from the other end of the field. But yeah, since we're doing the red tape mod, and I'll tell you the reason I went into it. Let me show you. So we're in the scheme now for the demo. Let me show you. We're in this scheme for the tractor demo, which is this tractor for the month. Natural fertilizer. We haven't got a spreader anyway, and we haven't got the fertilizer yet. Natural grazing. You get paid out on that. Reduced bale wrapping. We're not wrapping any bales anyway, but this is what I came in to say. We actually owe €3,000 in tax for all the contracts we're doing. That's what I came in to see. Is there a possibility that I owe tax because I'm doing the contracts? And then I noticed there was a demo tractor available, so might as well try it out. It's only it's only 130 horsepower. Granted, it'd be newer than what we have. I just parked the other one down at the dealership for now, and we get to try for this month, so that's kind of just what it is. That's just what we wanted to do. So yeah, I'll wrap this field up. I slowed the time down to 1. It started raining, so I was struggling a little bit. I slowed it down to 1 purely to just get this finished before it gets dark. We're on 82% now, so it won't take much longer. I did say we'd probably be finishing at 5 o'clock anyway in the day, so we're almost there. I'll bring you back in just when I'm finished. Oh, that came up really quick. I went to 98. I was just about to press the button to start recording again. I went 98, 99, 100. I don't know why. Literally, like within a second. I thought I was going to have 2% on the end just to do the last piece, the field which you in. Well, I'm just going to run to the end here. Wasting seed, but whatever. It's not using much. Yeah, kind of happy enough with what we got through. The contract wise, I'm going to just run to the end of this and then I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to finish. Oh, there we go. Turn it off, lift it up, and we're done. Okay, we're on 21,958. Let's collect these. I think it's 5 contracts. It's 6 contracts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, let's collect these. And we're on 30,000, so we made 9,000. Yeah, don't go that way. This is driving across the field. Go this way. Yeah, we made 9 grand. So that's grand. That's covered off our expenses and stuff like that. Definitely for the month. Now we do have a couple of more days left in this month, but we've small cultivation contract. We've nothing in these and stone picking. That's all we've left. We've small cultivation contracts, the only thing that's left. I'll just accept that anyway, and I will do that with my own cultivator, but we've nothing else. That €15 fertilising contract is that small field. We got €51 for cutting the grass. Anyway, guys, the Hamlet, episode number 5. That's it. Done, dusted. That car's been parked there since I went and changed the tractor. Same one. That's ages ago. And he's still sitting there. Okay, buddy, don't move. I'm trying to get by it. Yeah, episode number 5 in the bag, done and dusted. It's been really enjoyable doing it, believe me, even though it's taken quite a bit of time. I'll tell you how I kind of judge in the time is because I'm sitting back, I'm relaxing, I'm doing the work on the fields and using no quick methods or anything like that to get through it. And I'm watching other content creators whose videos would have actually dropped today, and I'm on my fourth one now. And let's say that the three I watched already were almost an hour long each. So I've done well over 3-4 hours. Hold on. How long am I in this session? Let's see. Did I drop out of it for anything? I didn't. I don't think I did. Okay, my own tractor's out today. Let's just go into how long am I actually working on this? Because I'll give you statistics. Time. Where's time? I never know where to find time played. Although I'm actually only 2 hours in it. I must have dropped out to do something. Oh, I did. Yeah, because I'm longer than that. I'm longer than that doing these. And then, of course, I have the earlier stuff that was recorded in the episode. But I have to say, I'm enjoying this series immensely. I really am. I'm just going to bring my other tractor back up. Really am enjoying it immensely. It's just laid back farming, slow going, not making a crazy amount of money and having to watch the pennies while I'm spending, because I know when I go forward I'm going to drop down to about, I was on just under 30 last month when I went forward. I dropped down to just over 24, so there's $6,000 going out, and it means you have to be careful. I can't go and splurge. I can't, even the second-hand market, if something comes up, I have to think long and hard about it, because I'm saving the pennies. I want to save the pennies and I'll put down the chicken coop. But there again, I'm not just going to stick it down just for the sake of putting it down. I want to make sure I have the money to put it down. It's like there's no rush, because we haven't got the money to rush anyway. It's as simple as that. But I'll enjoy trying out this demo. It's the first time using the red tape mod on any of the playthroughs. That was 130 horsepower. And what's my one? Mine's 116, so it's a small upgrade. And it's not bad. It's a 3-point in the front, which we don't need anyway. But it's just nice to get something different to try. I think I'll have to have a look and get a power washer and stick it over beside the maintenance shed and start washing this stuff, because I haven't washed anything. Anyway, episode number 5 in the bag, done and dusted on the Hamlet. If you're still here watching at the very end, thanks a million for sticking through the whole way to the end. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, please do hit the like button, leave a comment. I really appreciate feedback one way or the other. You can see I changed this field's name to Hillside using the mod. I'm trying to come up with names for the other ones. I tell you, it's like I might as well bang my head on a brick wall. I can't get my head around them. And even though when I worked on the farm with my friend's farm as a kid, teenager, every field had a name, and I cannot for the life of me remember what any of them were. But I'm going to just do that as I go along, because I won't have an awful lot of fields on this map. So I'm just going to rename the fields. I have to come up with one for the meadow, and then one for the barley field. But I'll have a think about that. Maybe we'll do that in the next episode. Anyway, as I said, thanks a million for joining me. Once again, another episode in the bag, done and dusted, thoroughly enjoyable. I hope you're enjoying it too. And I look forward to getting back on this map again for the next episode. So until then, all that's left for me to do is to say goodbye for now. Until the next time. Okay. With that, let's just call it there and say goodbye. Bye-bye.